Safe travels to you. Temerity sent word. She said you can go. I'm sorry, Envoy. I don't have much more to say. You were responsible for all this death. But I hope you don't end up the same way, too.
Ludwig may have a skull for a face, but her fury was clear enough. If her path crosses ours again, it'll be ugly.
Frankly, I'll take any opportunity we get to ruin Ludwig's day.
I'll say this much for the Inquisitor. She's stubborn, like a rat. We've thwarted her twice now, but she keeps burrowing deeper into the living lands.
I'd say we shouldn't stay on her bad side, but I'm not sure she has any other sides.
You know her better than any of us. What's your read?
Indeed. And death is her strength and her weakness.
But you're saying there's a chance?
Well, the joke's on her in any case. Ludwig won't get very far without that map. She'll be scratching her skull.
Somehow, I don't think she'll let that stop her for long.
And Ludwig definitely strikes me as someone who doesn't leave food on her plate.
But will she do the same? I think not. Violence may be inevitable.
Ludwig and her steel garrote have the numbers and the power, but we have spunk and a map. And that might just be enough to find the garden before she does.
We're all competing for the same thing. A place we barely understand, with no guarantees of what we'll find there. Still, I am determined to reach the garden, above all else.
Ugh, that's just a pile of Sokka. Oh, now you're listening to me, all of a sack of sup sudden. You won't find a blessed a thing. This wild beetle chase of yours is a Padraku waste of time. To get to the garden, you have to go through Galawain's tusks. The land is made of lava and acid. It wants to eat you alive.
So it's tough odds. We've gotten this far together.
Tough odds is an extra Zarb jumping in at the last minute. This is a long trek, on foot, through a land that can barely support life. I don't have to be a Blessed Day Oracle to know this won't go how you think it will. I don't know, Nimdut. I do know whatever I come up with is better than do whatever the voice in my head tells me to do. I'm done here. Do whatever blessed day planning you want to do. You don't need me for that.
Let's just take a breath, Marius. You don't mean that.
Nope. I said what I said. Come get me when it's time to go.
Poor Marius. Something's really rattled him.
I've never seen Marius like this. Something's going on with him, but I don't know what.
Be gentle with him. Or if not gentle, understanding.
Well, hopefully Marius will be okay soon. We have to get going if we want to get to the garden before Ludwig.
We won't get far unless we look after each other. Now's your chance.
I know what you're gonna say. Marius, you need to slow down. Think about your feelings. Well, I don't want to think about my feelings. So just let me be alone for a bit. How should I know? I don't know what's going on in my head half the time. Just the thought of going back to Galawain's tusks makes my heart feel like it's going to explode. I sweat, my ears ring, I can't breathe. When it seems like we're really heading there, I feel like I'm dying. Right. Thanks. I understand not wanting to go back, but why can't I just thinking about it makes me feel ill. I need some time alone, Envoy. I need to get some rest. I'll be ready to go when the time comes.
Galawain's gonads. There isn't enough perfume in Aora. You lived here.
Always thought that if I ever came back here, I'd never...
Oh, dearie. Do you need some smelling salts?
I'm fine. Just need to... I just need a moment.
Godless. We're also face first and grouping. Well. We got them all.
Looks like the beetle.
Stay down! Quiet, you!
You can imprison our bodies, but not our voices.
Does this amuse you, seeing your kin caged like beasts?
No true kin would desert Solace. All we have are our oaths to Nandru, and you broke them.
So they're not just rude to outsiders, then.
The damn oaths again. You might as well be the one in chains. Our founder, Nandru, didn't intend for his people to starve. I'd bet you my kidneys he didn't build Solace Keep so we can die of starvation in it. No, he would have wanted us to live.
Honestly, I don't care anymore. I'm getting too hungry to even think.
What's going on here is Pargrunen business. Stay out of it, Outlander.
Yeah, don't need a blessed outsider pretending they know anything. Move along.
Can't imagine why you even set foot here. These are Pargrunen lands, last I checked.
Meaning mind your tongue and your judgment while you're here, outsider. These folk have done much to deserve their cages.
Strange that you think we'd care about your opinion. Saka, get out of here.
And you assholes need to feed us.
There's no food. We barely have decent meals ourselves. Why waste any of it on people who won't stay and fight?
Saka, don't tell the outsider that. These bastards wanted to abandon the keep. I'd starve myself for my disloyalty, then. Do you want anything else? I'm sick of looking at you.
Fine. Anything to be done looking at you. Follow the main road north and then east. You'll find some dirt paths to follow after you hit the cliffs. Now mind your business.
Radut, be reasonable. We can't live out here like this.
Listen, we're besieged by Mali and her outsiders. Lorraine still begs me to search for the missing Adirian merchant convoy, but we're stretched too thin even for that. I only ask you to hold on a bit longer until our replacement comes.
I will try. But this can't last.
Oh, what a large tower. Do you think the Watchers are compensating for something?
Hey, I might have something for you, envoy. If you're buying, I'm selling. Ugh. Oh, don't worry. We're long past that.
Right. You've had your fun. Let the poor Nim dude get back to work.
Hey. might have something for you, envoy.
Another Adiran. Damned if I ever saw the like. So you're the envoy they reported at the gate. Pete's turning away the refugees from Shatterscarp, at least. Is it true that many drop dead suddenly? Gods. Well, at least we're safe here. And better off, I think, for having you here. The sentries were right about you. You have the same features as Arnandru. Taller, of course, but nevertheless. Wait, is that you, Marius?
Gods, here we go.
What happened to your accent? Did you lose it?
I did. So Nimdudes like you would ask dumb questions.
Well, good to see you alive, regardless. You know what? I'm going to treat this as a good omen. Nandru himself knows we need one out here. Founder of Solace Keep. They have a statue of him there. You both share, similar features around the face, huh? Anyway, the Tusks never offered us much, and that was before the Beetles rose in their numbers. Never mind the Zorips, or the Dream Scourge, or fucking Amalia. I don't know what there is to do. The Beetles and Zorips come back faster than we can cut them down, and Amalia... Gods, where do I even start? She and I used to command this tower in turn. I and my wardens kept watch while she and hers rested in the keep, and so too the reverse. Until her last watch, that is. When she and her wardens abandoned their post and marched on the gate and tried to leave. Because life in the tower is torture. We're low on supplies. The Vastes are leaning against us. They had made a request to the keep for aid. After it was denied, her warden spoke of mutiny. And after that, well, fighting broke out at the gate. My wardens and I rushed from our leave when we heard the alarms. Drove Amalia back. Now she set up camps in the Vastes. Main one is just up north in the Twined Wood. Another just west of there, in a tower. Another east, in a cave. She's broken her oath, and I'm trying to find a way to uphold mine. To watch over the garden. It is this that keeps us bound to the Tusks. Our oaths are mortal matters.
Traditionally, if a warden's oath is unfulfilled, their spirit lingers until another warden sees it completed. Or so they say.
So it is. And if one of our own breaks an oath, well, I'd be breaking another oath if I speak much more to Marius. But you get the idea. All I want is peace with her. But our talks, such as they were, have totally broken down. Whenever I approach, she just tells me to stay away from the land beneath her banners. And after her raid, after our skirmishes, I don't see how we can talk anymore. But would you be willing to talk to her? You are an envoy, after all. I'm sure you've diffused more complicated situations. I have no demands except that she stops attacking us for treading near her camps. But she says she won't stop until they can all leave. And I can't grant her passage out of the Tusks. She has no duty out there. Nor can I grant her one. I don't know how to break the stalemate. But I'll quit talking your ear off. Thank you for indulging me. If you see Amalia or any of her camps, I hope you can get through to them.
I wonder when we'll get back to the keep.
Why? Kostyu's really starting to raise a stink.
I don't know. Sometimes I wonder.
Well, let's not talk about it. Wouldn't want to ruin the meal. I heard there's been more bandits seen in the Twined Wood.
I heard that too. Captain Radut says he has it under control.
Oh, this tower has gone downhill, hasn't it?
Need to get to this before the mortar dries.
Half of Shatter's cart died just like that, huh? May as well dig my own grave. Save some poor bastards the effort.
Someone's eager to meet us. On your left.
Who goes there? Wait. Marius. If the dead don't walk. I lost that bet then. So you did find a way out.
Amalia, always a pleasure. Yeah, I found a way out, but here I am, right back here again.
You don't know how much that twists the knife. Here you are, back after your escape, while we're literally dying to get out. And you've brought in a dear and a friend. Who are you? Radut. First he refuses to let us leave the tusks, and now he sends you. I won't talk. Not with you. I don't trust your lot, Adirin. Don't think I'm not wise to you and yours. Go fuck yourself, that's what I'm talking about. I'll tell you the same thing I told Radut. These banners mark the dead dirt we claim as our own. And as long as these banners fly, as long as we hold our own, I have nothing to say to you.
You'll learn what it is to suffer. Now get out of here before it gets ugly.
Looks like we aren't the only ones out here. Be careful.
Show yourself.
Found you.
I'm with
Get them!
Check the ladder! We'll get them next time, dear.
Arms up.
Get off me! On your right!
Stop right there. I heard something.
Of all the stupid things our people ever did. For jamais strike us all down.
What do you want?
Damn. The dream is over then. If we can't hold our banners, we've no hope of surviving the tasks. At least not like this. Still, if you got those, and we still have Kith to tell the tale, then maybe you're not all bad. Maybe you can help. Let's talk inside. All right, I'll begin by thanking you. My wardens still live in the breed. I don't take that for granted. Credit's all yours. Now, let's get to business. I'll be blunt. I don't know how my wardens and I can reconcile with Redout or with the Keep. We spilled blood when we tried to leave Envoy, and we've spilled more hoping to hurt them enough to change their minds. Never mind our reasons for marching on the gate. That's not something that's forgiven. No, I suppose he wouldn't. Just... I don't see how this resolves well. They'll never let us leave. Even if they forgive us, the evils that drove my wardens to the gates won't go away. I don't see how we're not fucked. There's no food. The land itself is hostile, making life in the tower unbearable. Maybe it'd be easier if we had trade, but the council refuses that. And even if they allowed it, our existence in the keep is against our nature as Pargrunen. We're meant to roam. Nandru's oath forbids that, though. We're only born to die here as we watch over the garden. No one escapes. Not anymore, anyway. There were expeditions out, in the past. My father led one before I was born. Died on a hill I'll never see. What is there to discuss? Nandru set the course of our lives hundreds of years ago. To watch over the garden forever. Never mind that our nature screams for us to roam. We're supposed to stay put and waste away for the sake of a garden we'll never know. The fate of these lands, huh? Maybe there's more to it than we knew. You've walked the wastes. You know what we have to deal with, between the beetles and Zarips. True. With the way that supplies are dwindling, it won't be long before they have to start making some big changes. We can take advantage of that. There is no food. We're fucking starving to death. The tusks don't give us much to eat now except for beetle, and I'm not convinced anyone can survive on that alone. That's a point. They might not have a choice soon enough. There could be a chance for us then. All right, I'll take all of this to my wardens. I think it'll be enough to give them some hope. But do you really think Radut and the Keep will leave us alone? Saying no is far from the worst thing they can do. But if that's the case, then I'll talk with my wardens. I'll make sure they accept the peace.
Not ideal, but better than prison.
We won't bother the tower or the keep, so long as they leave us alone. We'll find a way to survive. Before you go, take this. It'll open up the chest just to your right. I want you to have what's in there. I'll let you carry the news back to Radut. Thanks again, Envoy.
Nice work.
If we can find another way up that ledge, we've got ourselves a banner.
Try growing up with that volcano on the horizon. You learn early on how fragile life can be.
Gods, look at that hideous thing. And I was already having a bad hunt today. That just makes it worse.
Another monument to Nandru. Just more proof Solace Keep doesn't know its own priorities.
Maybe they'll learn once the sculptors die of hunger trying to finish it. Only a story of waste and foolishness. All that time and labor could be spent on better things. Councilman Kostya is right. What's the point of honoring Nandru when our people are dying? We should be feeding our people and gathering medicine for our sick.
There's a time and place for creating frivolous monuments. This isn't one of them.
No, it isn't. But Solace Keep makes a holy duty out of these old traditions. And so we keep on ignoring what we dwarves actually need. The best of Solace Keep is its people. These sculptures are a work of ego. Forget it. What's the point of talking Pargrunen business with an outlander?
At the end of the day, we still need to hunt. The keep needs whatever meat we can get.
Hey, I might have something for you, envoy.
Welcome back to the... I'm all ears, Envoy. I will honor the agreement. As long as they remain peaceful, we'll try to get along. Thank you, Envoy. You don't know what a relief this is. Even if it is all so strange, the thought of people leaving the keep. I have to wonder what is going to happen next. The world seems to be changing.
Hey, I might have something for you. Envoy? If you...
Oh, gods. Anyone else finding it?
How? We blessed.
We?
Where are they? They should have been back by now. Be careful, traveler. The tusks are friends to no one. Should you need help, I am happy to lend it. Are you by Nanduru? Are you the Adirin envoy? I think I know already, but what brings you out here to the tusks? Our garden, the one across the Sea of Acid? That's not what I was expecting. I would have bet good coin that you were here on a trade mission. Wait, you mean you don't know? We let an Adiran caravan through a few days ago. First caravan we ever let through from anywhere, actually. I've never known anything like it. They had so many wonderful things. Food, linens, medicine. They had a letter from your ambassador in Paradise, too. And when I saw you, well, you get the idea. Wishful thinking on my part. Gods, I'd love to see them roll by again. Yes, just a few nice
And he just offered this from the goodness of his heart? Really?
I would. It might make the tasks bearable again, and we have a lot to give, you know. Rare ore, incredible metalworks. You wouldn't believe what we could do if we weren't fighting just to survive. Yes, our laws have always forbidden trade. Still do, technically. But the keep is split on that, and we needed the supplies, so we made an allowance. Well, actually, I'm worried about the caravan. It should have returned from Solace by now, but it hasn't. I don't play guessing games. They left along the main road. You can't miss it, really. Also, in the convoy there was a dwarven woman, Gilleen. I'd like very much to know she's okay. Yes, but what I'd like most is to just know she's safe. That's not the point. The point is her convoy is missing, and I just want to know everything's all right. It's not love, it's, well, maybe the start of love. Thank you, Envoy. I'll look forward to the good news.
You've lived in the Tusks all your life. Might want to temper that excitement.
This would be a great spot, but there's so many of them.
We'll get them next time, dear. My. It's rather dusty here, isn't it? How did the dwarves manage?
It's Cosmine. Just let me handle this.
Mar? Marius? No. You must be a ghost. A curse.
That would be news to me.
You're alive. You... Asshole! You show your face now? Now?
Several times, but I hit more than I missed.
We used to be friends. Or so I thought. But then this Jitule left. Unannounced. No note, no nothing. Didn't even say goodbye to Iancu. And now you cozy up here, after 3 years, with an adherent godlike, no less? No offense. I can't allow that. You know the rules. Outsiders cannot enter without express permission of the council.
Or with an honored warden.
Which you are not. I shouldn't even be talking to either of you. It's forbidden. Why, you pencil-pushing, goat-kissing little bookworm! I ought to stab you for that!
Try it. See how quickly I forget that we both grew up here. Do you think the Council will care about your promises when a Death Guard and her army turns Solace inside out?
Fuito, Marius. You've grown an edge since you left. I'll let you in, but be warned. Solace is not as it was, Marius.
I doubt it. Nothing really changes in Solace.
You'll see for yourself. The Council isn't what it was. Keep a watchful eye. Lower it on down. Quickly now.
Do you think they'd let me get on and ride it to the top?
Just be aware, the people of Solace are just as stubborn as its walls. Gods. Here we go.
Remember, darling, if you need it, I can make us invisible for a quick escape.
Strange being back here. Thought I'd left for good.
If it's the new recruit playing games again, I'm going to...
Your face. It's just like...
No. It's the lack of sleep. It's impossible. But still...
All right. Took you long enough.
Wait, you're not from the hunting party. Where's the hunting party? They were supposed to be here an hour ago.
Idiots. Better not have gotten themselves killed. We need the supplies. I swear if they've gotten themselves drunk out there, I'm going to turn them into leather. I don't even know what Mikhail... Fresh? Call this fresh? Idiots. No.
Duty won't feed us, Mother. Duty won't keep me.
Is that Maria?
Welcome back to Wodika's Nails. Announced?
Sanctuary of Nandru. Hasn't changed a bit.
Well, that sounds like a perfect excuse to spruce things up.
Wodika's crown, an outsider here.
Mihala is to blame. We need to open our gates to the world, lest it leave us Absolutely. Can you imagine if we had access to fresh crops from Fjord? Or all of the goods that pass through Paradise? No, I can't. Not with Mihala calling the shots.
Mihala understands the importance of tradition. Nandru chose this place for a reason, huh?
Exactly. But only insults a great founder.
Generations of our kin have lived and died.
They both like fire, actually.
I feel like... a shrine of Abidan among the...
The outsiders. But... I hope you don't mind if I shout a bit. I feel like it's impossible to hear anything over all this banging and quenching. Indeed, they came down to tell us that we had outsiders about. I swore I misheard. I probably should have cleaned up the place. Indeed. Some of it is all the noise, but some of it is that I'm new to this job. Hazing is what it is. I am...
Master Toth?
Me? I assume so. Maybe Tassa did it herself. I know I wouldn't have put my own name on the list. You don't just... Besides, any of these other Komai would just buckle the whole operation. At least I know what I'm doing. You came down here for a reason. What can I do for you? We have mines throughout the tasks, though most of them were abandoned until very recently. Most of our material comes from reforging old equipment. Someone dies or retires and we make something new from their stuff.
It's a fine tradition, if you don't mind going on patrol in your dead uncle's old pants.
Mock all you like, outcast. This way has worked for centuries. What can I do for you? I know. A shrine to Abidan in a forge. How unique. Like most things around Solace, they got too costly and dangerous to maintain. The Council thought it best to close them down. Council of Kostya has argued to get some of them open again. We might be getting some new ores sometime soon.
So, animates. See, huh?
Indeed. A vibrant tapestry of... of art, research, and spirituality.
The self. The rule. A sword. Rose. Betrayal. A hidden. Have your hands known this? Eat the pack. Forsake the venom. What? Trust. We have.
Five, 26. Ah, suck, I lost count.
What
do you think what means?
I'm
The Outlander coming to Solace Keep. What do you think it means? Is it... You can...
What's wrong?
Nandru?
Even...
Question.
Sign for Nandru? Let me Hala hear you say that. She'd throw you in the lava.
Solace Keep.
No.
I'd love...
You're back! What can I... What did you miss most? The loud clanging or the grimy walls and floor? What can I do for you?
The council chamber is behind me. Take the lift.
Ready yourselves. Council's just up this lift.
Of course they have an elevator. How elevated.
If we open our gates to outlanders, what's then? We will talk about this later. Guest.
Outsiders? In the halls Nandru built himself?
The very image of Nandru indeed. The gods send you at the most opportune time.
This is not good.
Found a spider the size of my face in my quarters last night.
Again? Ugh. I bet the officers up above don't agree with that.
On the bright side, legs are pretty good in the stew.
An outside
Since the days of Nandru himself, have we stood watch over the garden, as shall our descendants, and their descendants, and theirs, until the end of Eora itself.
Never heard a speech full of such bluster. As sure as you banish the entropy from our lives, may your exile...
The decor in here is so drab.
Nandru looked to Wodika for inspiration.
You must...
Bolty?
Mari? What can I do for Solace's most fascinating guests?
Haven't seen Petro around in a while. Wonder what he's been up to.
Nothing good, most likely. No one's heard anything. Joffrey had to take over as captain.
Joffrey. Ha, that nimble. Why, Margaret's name would anyone.
So you're the outsiders my guards led you to the keep, and you're accompanied by a deserter. Yes, I am. Every time. If you have a complaint, can it wait? I'm already dealing with enough. I don't care who you are. Unless the council has approved it, no outsiders are allowed in the keep. And now one of my wardens has let you in. That's because none of this is my job. Not really. Mihala ordered me to take over for our Captain Petru until he comes back, but it's been weeks and no one's heard anything. If I knew, I wouldn't be talking to you. Mihala said it was council business, but there's nothing in his office. One of my wardens, Mina, is convinced something happened to him, but I don't have the... Would you? That would take a load off of me. Talk to Mina. She's been distraught since Petru disappeared, so I've relieved her of her duties. I can't have one of my wardens like this, drunk and useless. She's likely over in the bar, drowning her sorrows. If there's anything to know about...
The captain is missing. The one in charge? Well, that's not a good sign.
Damn. Outsiders in the keep? Joffrey really must be shit at commanding the wardens if you... Marius? You're back? God's alive. I never thought I'd see you again.
Mina, is that you? Didn't recognize you with all that whiskey smell around you.
The whiskey helps me sleep. I've been working extra shifts without Petru here. Things would be a lot better if he was still in charge. Left? That what he told you? Sucker. Something must have happened to him. Not exactly. It's law in the keep that we don't ever leave Solace. Ever. Not unless we're on assignment. Your friend Marius here is an example as to what happens if we do. Some people don't like that. Petru... he skirted the rules.
He usually goes out for a day or two, but always comes back. It's been weeks now. I figure something must have happened to him. Who knows what's out there? I think so too. I'd love to look into it, but Joffrey won't spare any wardens. Look, if you happen, even a clue as to where he is would help. Never thought I'd...
I've been known to disappear when deep in my research, but this sounds much more ominous.
An outlander.
Be nice if we could get the real food for once. Real vegetables. Real fruit?
It's a... The test, I bet. They're testing our metal. Building our character.
You are made of tougher material than I am. I am so hungry.